Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to First Responder Broadcasting on the SHN Sports Network. We're here live, Georgetown High School, for Georgetown basketball. The boys take on the Lake Belton Broncos here in their second game of pool play in the 44th annual Jack Frost Tournament. I'm Wally Harmon alongside the producer, Jerry Ann Harmon. Last night, a tough night for the Georgetown Eagles as they fell to Lake Highlands, the defending state champions of 6A basketball, 84-39. And another team that comes in and against Georgetown and shoots lights out. They knock down 15 three-pointers. Tonight, Lake Belton comes in. They lost their first game of the tournament as well as they fell to Leander yesterday, 55-37. And so now today these two teams will match up. Lake Highlands and Leander just played an epic battle. It went to double overtime. And Lake Belton hit a shot at the buzzer to win it 58-56. Let's go to the national anthem, and we'll be back with the starting lineups. Back here live, Georgetown High School, Georgetown, Lake Belton getting ready to go here in the Jack Frost Tournament in the second game of pool play for both teams. Georgetown will be the designated visitors here in the pool play bracket. So the Lake Belton Broncos will be in the all-white uniforms, gray stripes down the left and right sides of the uniforms, red numbers, and Lake Belton in red lettering on the front of the Lake Belton Bronco jerseys. The Georgetown Eagles will be in the all-black uniforms, black shorts, black tops, EFND in gray capital block print lettering above the numbers on the front of the Eagles jerseys. Also outlined in Georgetown blue and white. Lake Belton comes in 2-3 on the season. They are out of 5A Region 3 District number 22. They currently sit at 2-3 on the year. Head coach Zane Johnston, assistant coach Brandon Gatlin. The starting lineup for the Lake Belton Broncos: at guard, a 5'10 senior, number 2, Trayvon Phillips. At guard, a 5'10 sophomore, number 3, Kendrick Jones. At guard, a 6'1 junior, number 4, Nelson Hayes. At guard, a 6' senior, number 11, Jordan Craddock. And at guard, a 5'11 freshman, number 15, Michael Lockett. So it'll be Phillips, Jones, Hayes, Craddock, and Lockett on the floor for the Lake Belton Broncos. For your Georgetown Eagles, they come in 2-4 in the year. Head coach David Canfield, assistant coaches Peter Stackman, Kyle Gandy, and Brad Bresnahan. The starting lineup today for your Georgetown Eagles: at guard, the 6' junior, number 1, Q Presley. At forward, a senior, number 2, Landry Bullion. At guard is 5'9 senior, number 13, Kai Canfield. At wing, a 6'6 junior, number 25, Ryan Dupre. And at wing, a 6'1 senior, number 21, Cooper Christensen. So it'll be Presley, Bullion, Canfield, Christensen, and Dupre to start things out here for the Georgetown Eagles here in the ball game with the Lake Belton Broncos. Three-man officiating crew ready to go. Dupre will jump it up against number 3, Jones. The Broncos get it in a quick steal. by Q Presley, but it goes out of bounds. Good hustle there by Presley, but the Broncos get the ball right back. So they'll have it here on their own end, inbound in front of the Georgetown bench into the hands of Phillips. He's pressured by Presley near midcourt. He'll give it off to Jones. Jones looks, gets it over. Hayes on the right baseline, still by Q Presley, and here comes Georgetown. Christensen ahead to Bullion, left wing. Landry drives in, kicks it out. Dupre, right baseline, thinks about it. Now he'll drive in, kick it up top to Canfield. He drives in, kicks it out to Presley, left wing. He'll fire the three. It's in and out, no good. Rebound by number 4, Nelson Hayes for the Broncos. 7:25 remaining, first quarter. Phillips drives down, stop and pop from the right wing, and he'll knock down an opening three-pointer. Nice shot there by Phillips. Knocks down the first shot of the ball game and a 3-0 lead for the Broncos. Dupre swings around. Bullion left baseline. Drives in. Dumps it low to Christensen. He goes up and under to lay it up and in. Cooper Christensen knocks down his first shot. And it's a 3-2 lead for Lake Belton. Phillips comes up the court and gives it off to Craddock on the left wing. Dribbles up top. Reset the offense. Swings it over. And his pass is high. And can't hold it. He tries to bounce it off of Christensen. Cooper gets a steal, drives down, gets it back in the middle, kicks it over to Presley. He'll put up a little jumper. No good. Rebound Dupre. He goes up. He can't get the shot to go, but he draws a foul. That'll send Ryan Dupre to the free throw line. Good rebounding there by Dupre. The foul will be whistled on number 2, Trayvon Phillips. That'll be his first personal foul, first team foul on Lake Belton. And that's Ryan Dupre to the free throw line for 2 shots. Dupre on the year. From the free throw line, 63%, 15 of 24. That one rims out. No good. Dupre will get his second shot here. Free throw on the way is good. That'll tie it up at 3 apiece. Lake Belton and Georgetown here early on in the quarter number 1. 6.5 minutes remaining. As Phillips comes across the timeline for the Broncos. Left wing, he'll hand it off to Craddock. Off a screen, up top. Holds there. Now we'll kick it off to Hayes on the right wing. Hayes, ball picked by Christensen. Another steal for Georgetown. Here comes Cooper, left wing, all the way in. Around a man, lays it up and in. Cooper Christensen. 4 points in the ball game, and the Eagles take a lead, 5-3. Hayes down, covered tightly by Presley. Great coverage there. Gives it off to Craddock, right wing. He'll quick fire a 3. It's long off the iron, no good. Rebound knocked loose, and Cooper Christensen comes away with it for Georgetown. 5:55 remaining. 5-3, Georgetown leads it over Lake Belton here early on. Christensen over to Presley, right wing, gives it off to Dupre. Wide open, fires a 3. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound tapped free and into the hands of the freshman Lockett. He'll bring it across the timeline for the Broncos, and he dribbles between players but loses it into the hands of Ryan Dupre. A steal for the Eagles, kick it ahead to Presley. He'll drive in, right block, puts it up. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line, but that'll be the second foul on Phillips for the Broncos. Second team foul for the Broncos as well. And Q Presley will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Presley 57% from the free throw line on the season so far, 13 of 23. He'll go here for 2 shots on the shooting foul by Phillips. First free throw from Presley, nothing but net. Presley's first point of the ball game. First substitution into the ball game for the Broncos will be number 23, the junior Xavier Wells. He'll check in for Phillips. No, he'll check in for Hayes. So only Phillips on the floor with 2 fouls. Presley's second free throw, short off the front iron. Rebounded by the Broncos. Phillips will bring it up the floor. 5.5 minutes left, first quarter. 6-3, Georgetown leads it. Phillips off a screen to the top of the key. Will drive all the way to right block, kick it out. Craddock, right wing 3, fires it in. Nice shot there by Jordan Craddock. He knocks down his first 3-pointer of the ball game, and it's now 6-6 ball game. Bullion has it left wing, up top to Dupre. Comes off a screen, straight on look, 3-pointer. It's off to the right. Rebound tip free, and a battle for it on the far side. Presley down on the floor, and a great hustle there by Q Presley. But he's going to slide out of bounds as he couldn't get his momentum stopped. So that'll give it over to the Broncos. But you'll take that effort all day long. Craddock gets the skip pass down past the timeline. Right side, he'll slow it down. He'll hand it off. Nope, he'll take over the point now as he backs out towards midcourt. Dribbles to the right wing. He'll hand it off into the hands of Lockett. Lockett will back it down, slow things out. 4:45 remaining. Off a screen, Lockett left wing. Tries for the backdoor cut, can't make the pass. Wells has it now up top for the Broncos. He holds there, gives it off to Phillips. Phillips dribbles, now backs it out, resets the offense, looking for the high screen, can't get it. Loses the ball, gets it back. The ball's loose on the floor, into the hands of Craddock, right wing. Jump stop there, and they're going to call the traveling violation on Craddock. And that'll be a turnover on the Broncos. Good defense by the Eagles early on. 6-6 score here in the first quarter. 4 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Presley will bring it up for the Eagles. Q takes it top of the key. Reverse dribble, backdoor cut to Canfield, but just out of his reach. Turnover on the Eagles. Nice look there and a backdoor cut by Canfield, but just too far out in front of him. It goes out of bounds. The Broncos get the ball back with 4:15 remaining as Phillips will walk it up against pressure from Q Presley. Phillips dribbles to the right side. He'll hand it off into the hands of Craddock, who dribbles up top. Gives it off to Lockett, right wing. Lockett holds there, looking down low, now up top to Phillips. He'll fake the shot, look to drive, now backs it out, reset. Craddock left wing for the Broncos. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. Ball knocked free by Presley out of bounds, so the Broncos will have to reset in front of the Georgetown bench with 3:53 remaining in the first quarter. Lockett to inbound. He'll get it to Phillips just inside the midcourt stripe. Presley picks him up there, covering him tightly as he throws it right side to Lockett, but Lockett was breaking in towards the right elbow, and that will go out of bounds. Turnover from the Broncos. Georgetown will get it back with 3:47 remaining here in the first quarter. 6-6 the score early on for your Eagles and the Broncos. Bullion inbounds to Presley. Q will rock it across the timeline. Left wing to Bullion. He'll go up top to Canfield. Back to Presley. Swing it around outside the three-point line. Dupre has it. Canfield up top. He'll take a straight on three. Good! Kai Canfield's first look, and it's a big three-pointer. He knocks it down 9-6. Georgetown leads it by 3. Phillips across the timeline. Craddock has it now at the midcourt stripe, covered by Bullion. Craddock dribbles there, kicks it over to Wells on the left wing. Wells holds, he'll dribble, kick it over to Phillips. Phillips will drive to his left to the left elbow, hand it off to Lockett. Lockett, ball knocked free by Presley, a steal for the Eagles. Kick it ahead to Q, and Q will lay it up, but no foul call, but Canfield there to follow up and get the bucket. Nice hustle there by Canfield to get the follow-up basket, and now an 11-6 lead for the Georgetown Eagles. Wells kicks it up top. Craddock drives in, a runner in the lane, throws it up, but he's going to draw a foul. Can't get the shot to go. That'll be on Landry Bullion. That'll be his first personal foul, first team foul on the Eagles. And that will send Craddock to the free throw line for 2 shots with 2:51 left here in the first quarter. Senior Jordan Craddock from the free throw line. First one is good. He now has 4 points in the ball game. Substitution in will be number 14 for the Broncos. That's a junior, Hunter Hutchins. He checks in for the first time in the ball game. And back in the ball game as well as number 4, Nelson Hayes. Phillips and Lockett take a seat. Second free throw from Craddock is good as well. Lead cut back to 3 for Georgetown now, 11-8. Dupre left wing. Goes down to the left baseline. Charles Johnson's checked in along with Evan Mayhew. Dupre has it, top of the key, fires the 3, in and out, no good. Rebound by Phillips. He did stay in the ball game. They took out Jones, so Phillips brings it down the court. Hands it off to Craddock. Deep 3 from the right wing. It's off the back iron, no good. Evan Mayhew will get the rebound after it was tipped by Hayes for the Broncos. So here come the Eagles. Canfield across the timeline. Running the point now, right wing to Dupre. Looks in for Mayhew. Gives it off to Charles Johnson. Back to Dupre. Swing it around left wing. Canfield fires a 3. Good! Kai Canfield heating up now. 8 points in the ball game. Georgetown extends their lead to 6, 14-8. 2 minutes remaining, first quarter. Hutchins has it left wing for the Broncos. He'll go up top to Wells. Wells will fake on Mayhew and look to drive, and now does. Drives down to the left block, but a traveling violation whistle there on Wells before he ran over number 12, Adrian Brown, who checked in for Georgetown during the break. And so it's a turnover on the Broncos again. Craddock will come out of the ball game. Number 33, Caleb Loper checks in for the Broncos. Canfield, Dupre, Brown, Johnson, and Mayhew on the floor for the Eagles. Brown, right wing, he'll take a 3, but it is going to be waved off. It's going to be a foul on Kai Canfield on an illegal screen. And so that'll be Canfield's first personal foul. Second team foul on the Eagles. Adrian Brown fired a quick shot from the right wing that went in, but it is no good. And so Phillips will bring it up the floor. Minute 35 left here, first quarter. 14-8, Georgetown by 6. He hands it off into the hands of Hayes, but it's knocked free by Brown. Good effort there on the defensive end. Georgetown's defense picking up here. Canfield will check out of the – nope, Canfield stayed in. Somebody came out of the ballgame. And now Ronald Proctor, number 20, checks into the ballgame for the Eagles, the 6'2 senior forward. Hayes has it up top, dribbling against Canfield to the left wing. He'll kick it off to Phillips. Phillips covered by Brown, drives into the lane, loses the ball. Proctor gets the steal. He'll kick it off to Charles Johnson. The Eagles have it with a minute 13 remaining. Gives it back to Proctor, but the pass behind Proctor from Johnson. It's a turnover on the Eagles. And so Georgetown gives it right back over to the Broncos with 1:10 left here in the quarter. 14-8, Georgetown, a 6-point lead. Inbound to Phillips for the Broncos. Left wing to Hayes. Thinks about the three, drives down to the baseline. He'll have to pick up his dribble, gives it off to Phillips, left wing. Phillips looks for a high screen, drives in, kicks it out to Hayes, left baseline. 18-footer on the way, long, no good. Long rebound, Phillips takes it. He'll go up, blocked by Mayhew, and Mayhew will come away with the loose ball. 50 seconds remaining, but Mayhew's pass arrived, but it goes off the hands of Hayes out of bounds. And you hear, I don't know if you hear Coach Canfield in the background, take care of the basketball. But the Eagles will get it back thanks to Hayes tipping it out of bounds. With 45 seconds, Canfield will bring it across the timeline. Georgetown will slow it down for the last shot, looks like here in the first quarter. Swing it around, Proctor, right wing to Brown. Half a high screen from Mayhew. Brown up top to Johnson. Hands it back to Brown. Brown will fire a right baseline three. It's off the rim, no good. Proctor tipped it. Trying to get the rebound. But they're going to say he stepped on the inline when he landed touching the ball. So it'll go over to the Broncos with 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Hayes to inbound. Can't get it in. Finally does to Phillips. And Phillips is double teamed in the backcourt. Passes it over to Hayes. Hayes dribbles there. He's double teamed. Skips it ahead into the hands of Loper. He'll give it off to Phillips. Phillips right wing. Drive down middle of the lane all the way to the right block. But his layup no good. Proctor rebound. Kick it ahead to Canfield. 12 seconds remaining. Canfield on the right wing. No one picks him up. Dribbles in. Gives it off to Proctor. Mayhew has it now. After it got tip free. Kick it out. Johnson left baseline three on the way. An air ball. It's long. Phillips comes down with it. But a battle there and a jump ball right at the buzzer. Nope. They're going to let the buzzer go to the end. Maybe they are going to call foul. Let's see here. As the referee heads over to the scorer's bench. They're going to let it go to the quarter. The buzzer blew right when the whistle did. So at the end of 14-8, Georgetown leads it over Lake Belton. We'll take a quick timeout. Second quarter action when we come back here on the SHN Sports Network. In for the second quarter. Georgetown has it to start. Presley back on the floor, right baseline, drives in, gives it off to Brown, left block. He'll pick up his dribble, give it to a cutting Proctor. Skip it out to Presley, but a traveling violation whistled on Proctor. So the Eagles will turn it over. Back to the Broncos. 14-8, Georgetown leads it here in the start of the second quarter. Lake Belton to inbound. On the floor for Georgetown. Johnson, Mayhew, Proctor, Brown, and Presley. For Lake Belton, Wells, Hutchins, Phillips, Loper, and Hayes. Hutchins dribbles right side, dribbles it off his foot. Heavy pressure there by Adrian Brown. More good defense by the Georgetown Eagles here in this ball game. The turnover forced, and Georgetown gets it back. 7.5 minutes left, second quarter. Left wing into the hands of Proctor, loses it, gets it back. He'll give it off to Charles Johnson. Johnson back over to Presley. Slow things down, reset it, right wing to Brown. Brown holds there. Up top, Proctor to the right elbow. Jump shot on the way. Good. Proctor knocks it down. Nice shot there by Ronald Proctor. And it's a 16-8 lead for Georgetown. Hayes has it left wing. He'll go back up top to Phillips, and the Broncos reset their offense. Kick it down baseline to Wells on the left side. He'll dribble up towards the left wing, covered by Proctor. Reverses down and a layup, and it's too strong. No good. Rebound taken down by Mayhew, but it comes free. A battle for it, and Brown comes away with it for Georgetown. He'll slow it down. 6:45 remaining, second quarter. Georgetown by 8. Brown has it, swings it over to Presley, right wing into the hands of Johnson. Charles holds there, into Mayhew. To a backdoor cut by Presley. It's not free. Johnson comes away with it, left baseline. The Eagles reset. Proctor swings it around. Presley right baseline, holds there. Looks to go into Mayhew. Can't, goes up top to Johnson. 6:20 left, second quarter. Kick it out to Presley. Good defense by Wells, but Presley saves it, and Georgetown keeps possession. No, back it out, reset. Johnson right baseline. Tries to go into Mayhew. Can't. Up top to Brown on the right wing. He'll look to drive. He'll kick it up top. Proctor, he'll set his feet. Fire a three. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound into the hands of Loper for the Broncos. He'll give it off to Wells. 6 minutes left, second quarter. As Wells crosses the timeline, right side. Dribbles against Proctor. Up top to Phillips. Broncos reset. Phillips to the left side. Now back up top. Kicks it off to Hutchins. He'll dribble up top. Quick fire a three. It's on the way, and Hutchins knocks it down for the three-pointer. And the Broncos cut the lead back to 5, 16-11. Quickly down go the Eagles. Down low to Mayhew, right block, but he'll be fouled on the floor. That'll be called on number 33, Caleb Loper. That'll be his first personal foul, first team foul on the Broncos here in the second quarter. Back into the ball game comes Craddock for the Broncos. For Hayes, inbound to Canfield, right wing. His three-pointer no good. Backside rebound by Depew. As one of the Broncos comes down on his back and knocks it out of bounds, so they call it off Dupre. And so Ryan kind of looked puzzled at the official, but the Broncos have the ball back with 5:25 remaining in the second quarter. Back on the floor, Dupre and Canfield, along with Cooper Christensen, joining Presley and Mayhew. Hutchins has it right wing. Up top to Loper. Gives it off to Craddock, dribbles off a screen to the right wing and hands it off to Wells. Skip pass over to Phillips, left wing. And they'll get a blocking foul there on Q Presley as Phillips put the ball on the floor quickly and tried to drive. That'll be the first foul on Q, first team foul on Georgetown here in the second quarter. And a couple of substitutions here for the Broncos. Lockett back in along with number 5. That's a guard, a senior, Zaquavion Thomas. Thomas up top to Craddock. He'll dribble off of a screen. Quick pop jump shot, and he banks it in. Not sure it was intentional, but he counts it. And that's Craddock's 7th point of the ball game. A foul down low. Nope, just a turnover on the Eagles, unable to handle the pass. So they'll call it off. Georgetown turnover, 4:45 remaining. Here in the second quarter, 16-13, Georgetown by 3. Hutchins throws it low, but Christensen picks it off for the Eagles. Good defense again by Cooper. Gives it off to Canfield. Skip head to Presley. Up and down, reverse layup, no good. Mayhew will get it off the backboard to Christensen. Presley right baseline three, in and out, no good. Long rebound for the Broncos. Thomas comes away with it. A lot of up and down the court early here. Kick it over to Loper, left wing for the Broncos. He'll drive all the way in. Ball slap free. It's loose on the floor. Mayhew gets it, and the Eagles get a steal. Mayhew gives it off to Canfield. Here comes Canfield ahead to Presley, right wing. Back to Canfield, middle of the lane. Dump it to Dupre. Left block. He'll go up. Nice pump fake there by Ryan. And now Ryan has 3 points in the ball game. He knocks that one down. And the Eagles lead it by 5 again, 18-13. Thomas dribbles on the left side, just inside midcourt, picked up by Canfield. Gives it off to Hutchins, top of the key. He'll reset the offense with 3:35 remaining, second quarter. Thomas, a traveling violation there. Moved both the feet, so they'll turn it over again. Georgetown will get it back. Mayhew will come out. Bouillon comes back in. And for the Broncos, You'll have Phillips, Hayes, and Wells come in off the bench, along with number 3, Jones. Lockett stays on the floor for the Broncos. Presley dribbles up top against Phillips. Top of the key, looks for the backdoor cut. Will give it off to Canfield. Back to Presley. Looks to shoot and then drive. Kicks it out. Christensen left baseline 3. Good. Cooper Christensen. 7 points in the ball game, and the Eagles lead by 8, 21-13. Lockett across the timeline. Gives it off to Phillips. He'll dribble right wing. Drives all the way down. Now we'll back it out. Reset. Hands it off to Wells, right wing. Wells picks up his dribble. Backdoor cut to Lockett. Nice pass there from Wells to Lockett. And Lockett scores his first points of the ball game. Georgetown back down. Canfield on the right wing. Skip pass over to Presley, left baseline. He'll fire the 3. It's long. Dupre's right there at the right block. Catches it and puts it back up and in. Ryan Dupre. Now with 5 points in the ball game. 23-15. Georgetown by 8. Phillips pressured in the backcourt. Tries to get it to Hayes, but the pressure by Canfield and Presley is great. A great job there. And Phillips throws it away. Turnover on the Broncos. So Georgetown will inbound here on the near side. Kick it into Bullion. Skip it over to Presley, right wing. He'll hold there. He'll dribble down towards the baseline. Back up top to Bullion. Into Cooper. Back up top to Bullion. Down to Presley on the baseline. He drives in. A little 8-foot jumper. It's too strong off the iron. And Hayes comes away with it, but Presley knocks it free. And now Jones comes away with it for the Broncos. Wells drives in. Tries to kick in the corner to Hayes. But too much pressure down low. And no errant pass there from Wells. Throws it away. And Georgetown will get it back. Oh, they're going to call it off of Georgetown. So with 2:03 remaining second quarter, the Broncos will inbound in the corner. Hayes trying to get it in. Does to Phillips, left wing. He'll drive in, kick it over, but it's stolen by Bullion. Landry on the breakaway. Jones to contest. Bullion will lay it up. Can't get it to go. Dupre puts his return shot up. It's no good. Lockett with the rebound. Broncos push it down, but Wells can't contain it. It goes off of his head. Canfield comes away with the steal. Canfield across the timeline. He'll slow it down as he dribbles against 2 men and now backs it out with 1:40 left and slows things down for Georgetown, leading by 8. Presley has it right wing. He'll go baseline to Dupre. He'll stop and pop a 15-footer. No good. And the ball tip free by Cooper Christensen. Canfield has it left wing. 3-ball. Canfield knocks down another. His third 3 of the ball game. And it's a 11-point lead for Georgetown. 26-15. 1:15 remaining second quarter. Jones has it left wing for the Broncos. Goes baseline to Hayes, covered by Christensen. Dribbles off a screen, tries to go baseline. Ball stolen. Christensen down to get it, kicks it to Canfield. Canfield skip pass to get ahead to Dupre. The running layup, good! Ryan Dupre lays it in, now with 7 in the ball game. And another turnover on the Broncos. Great effort here. 28-15, Georgetown by 13. Q Presley playing a great game here in the first half. Great hustle on the defensive end. Another turnover, and Georgetown has it with 58 seconds in their own end. The inbound to Bullion. No one covers him. Left wing. He'll fire a 3. It's too strong, but the rebound. Canfield tips it back, but Wells comes away with it, and it's going to be a breakaway here for Wells. He'll be contested by Christensen. The layup no good. Lockett gets the rebound. His putback no good, but he'll be fouled there, so Lockett will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Canfield whistled for the foul. His second team foul. And the Eagles finally get a breather here. This game back and forth. But the Eagles have the 13-point lead as Lockett goes to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game. His first free throw is good. Lockett now with 3 points. Second free throw for Lockett is no good. Rebound by Dupre for Georgetown. The Eagles going to slow it down. Presley will walk it up across the timeline with 35 seconds remaining in the first half. 28-16, Georgetown by 12. Up top to Presley. He'll hold there. 27 seconds. Back to Canfield on the right wing. Up to Presley. Now under 25. Back to Canfield. 15 seconds remaining as Presley dribbles down to the right wing. Reverse dribble. Played tightly there by Craddock, off his foot, down on the floor, but they're going to call the pushing foul there on Presley as they dive for the ball. So the Eagles turned it over. Presley's second personal foul, third team foul on the Georgetown Eagles here in the second quarter. Couple of substitutions here. Charles Johnson comes into the ball game along with Adrian Brown for Canfield and Presley with 10 seconds remaining. Inbound to Craddock, top of the key. He'll drive in, scoop up and under. No good. Christensen with the rebound with 5 seconds across the timeline. Drives in, down low to Bullion. The pass, layup no good, and at the buzzer, we go to the halftime. 28-16, Georgetown by 12 at the half. A great helter-skelter pace between these two teams. A lot of turnovers and a lot of forced turnovers by this Eagle defense there in the first half. A great performance after coming out of a tough game last night. We'll take a timeout with them. We come back, some halftime stats, and the start of the third quarter. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle basketball on the SHN Sports Network. Back here at the halftime, about to be done. So we bring you back live to Georgetown High School. Georgetown leads at 28-16 at the half. Q Presley had 1 point, 7 points for Dupre and Christensen, 2 points for Proctor, and 11 points for Kai Canfield. For the Lake Belton Broncos, 3 points for Phillips, 3 for Lockett, 3 for Hutchins, and 7 for Craddock. Jordan Craddock, the senior, with 7 to lead the Broncos. And so the Broncos will have the ball to start the second half. And now the Georgetown Eagles will be on defense here to start. Both starting lineups on the floor for both teams to start the second half. Phillips has it for the Broncos. He'll bring it across the timeline. Hayes has it left wing. Back over to Phillips, right wing. He'll give it off to Craddock. Craddock will come off a screen. Give it off to Hayes, top of the key. 7:45 remaining. Craddock, left wing three. It's on the way. It's long. No good. Kai Canfield with the backside rebound. Gets it to Bullion, and here come the Eagles. Ahead to Dupre. He'll take it to the left block. The layup contested. No good. Christensen flies in and grabs the rebound and lays it up and in. Now 9 points in the ball game for Cooper Christensen. Phillips quickly down for the Broncos. Up top to Craddock. Craddock will hold there. Up top. Broncos slow it down. 7:15 left, third quarter. Hayes left wing. He'll fire a three. It's long, no good. Off the backboard into the hands of Canfield for the Eagles. Canfield pushes it ahead to the left wing. Hesitates, now drives baseline. Doubled up there. Gets it up top to Q Presley. Up to Bullion. Skip it over to Canfield, left wing. Fakes the three. Baseline, 18-footer on the way. It's strong. Into the hands of Phillips for the Broncos. No good. And here come the Broncos. 6:50 left here, third quarter. Phillips has it, left wing into the hands of Lockett. Lockett, backdoor cut to Hayes, but he can't handle the pass. Another turnover on the Broncos, and the ball back over to Georgetown. 6:43 remaining, third quarter. Presley gets the inbound. He'll bring it across the timeline. Back to Bullion, left wing. Bullion picks it up top to Dupre, right wing Presley. He'll go up top to Canfield, to Dupre, left wing. He'll fire the three. It's on the way. Good! Ryan Dupre knocks down his first three, now with 10 points in the ball game. And the Eagles lead it 33-16, their largest lead of the ball game. 6:20 left, third quarter. Phillips has it right wing for the Broncos, covered by Presley. Looks to try to drive. Now the double team. Kick it out to Lockett. Lockett picks up his dribble. He'll hand it off to Hayes on the right wing with 6:05 left here in the second quarter. Hand it off to Phillips. Deep three from the right baseline. Off the iron, no good. Rebound Dupre. And he tries to skip it ahead to a streaking Presley, but he's fouled from behind by Lockett. And so that'll be the foul, first foul of the second half. That'll be Lockett's first foul. First team foul for the Broncos. And into the ball game comes Wells for the Broncos. Hayes will check out. And Presley will bring it in for Georgetown. 5:55 remaining. 33-16. Georgetown leads it. Presley drives past Phillips, backs it out, kicks it over to Canfield, right wing. Looking down low for Dupre, gets it to him, right block. He'll turn, kick it out. Bullion up to Christensen, left wing. Fire the three, in and out, no good, but there's Bullion. What a putback. Landry Bullion on the backside for the rebound and the putback, his first two of the ball game. And the Georgetown lead up to 19, 35-16. Wells ahead, right wing for the Broncos. Stop, he'll pop a three-pointer, short off the rim, and it'll go out of bounds back over to Georgetown. Georgetown leads it 35-16. Over the Broncos, and they have the ball coming back now as Bullion inbounds to Q Presley. 5:25 remaining, third quarter. Bullion left wing, goes down to Christensen, left baseline, up to Dupre, left wing, fakes, drives all the way in, out to Canfield, right wing, passes it up to Bullion, left wing, and he'll be whistled for the traveling violation. Too many steps before the ball hit the ground. Turnover on the Eagles. And the Broncos will get it back with 5:12 remaining. Here in the third quarter, inbound to Phillips across the timeline. He drives in, tries to throw it up over Dupre. No good. Rebound by Bullion, and here come the Eagles. Bullion across the timeline to Christensen, left baseline. Fakes, drives all the way in. The layup by Cooper. Oh, just off the rim. Rebound Craddock for the Broncos. 4:55 remaining. Craddock, reverse dribble. He's into pressure, gives it off to Phillips. Phillips across the timeline, looks to drive past Bullion. Cut off there. He'll back it outside the right wing, kick it up top to Craddock and reset. Craddock fakes the NBA three, steps in and takes a three-pointer at the line. No good. High rebound. Lockett tries to save it in bounds, but right to Cooper Christensen. Another steal for the Eagles. Kick it ahead. Presley, right wing. He'll drive in. A little right block floater up and good. Q Presley He now has 3 points in the ball game. And the Georgetown lead up to 21, 37-16. Kick it ahead to Lockett. He tries to skip pass. Cooper Christensen knocks it down, but Jones comes away with it. His pass across court to Phillips is fired like a rocket, but it is over the arms of Phillips into the water jug, out of bounds. Turnover on the Broncos. Phillips will check out. Thomas checks back in, number 5 for the Broncos. 4:15 remaining, third quarter. Georgetown leads it by 21. Presley has it, right wing to Canfield. Back to Presley. Over to Dupre, swing it around. Bouillon, left baseline. He'll fire the three. It's too strong. Presley, the backside rebound. Right block goes up contested. It's going to be called a block into the hands of Lockett, and the Broncos have the ball. Kick it ahead. Thomas across the timeline, dribbles down to the left wing. Skip it over right wing to Craddock, and he's whistled for a traveling violation as he tries to come set. Catching it on the run there, and so that'll be a turnover on the Broncos. And here comes number 14, Hutchins, into the ballgame. Craddock will take a seat for the Broncos. Dupre will inbound to Presley in the backcourt with 3:50 left, third quarter. 37-16, Georgetown by 21. Dupre, top of the key, looks to drive on Wells, kick it out. Bouillon down to Presley, left baseline three on the way. In and out, no good. Dupre a rebound. Pump fake, gets a man in the air, can't get the shot to go, but Dupre will go to the free throw line, frustrated with himself to not get that one to go down. And the foul whistled, I believe, on number 15. That's going to be on Lockett. That'll be his second personal foul. Second team foul on the Broncos here at the third quarter. Dupre goes back to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. 10 points on the game so far for Ryan. First free throw rattles in and out multiple times. Loper back in for the Broncos for Jones. For the Eagles, you'll have Johnson, Mayhew, and Brown on the floor. Bouillon, Presley, and Christensen will take a seat. Dupre has one more free throw coming. It's on the way. This one nothing but net. 11 points in the ballgame for Dupre. And a 38-16 lead for the Eagles. 3:30 left here in the third quarter. The pass from Lockett to Hutchins goes awry. A turnover on the Broncos. Another turnover, and good defense here by the Eagles. As they'll get the ball back. 3:25 left, third quarter. Johnson, left wing to Dupre, down to Mayhew on the left baseline. He'll spin on Loper, kick it up top to Canfield. Canfield will pump fake, now kick it to Dupre, back to Brown, left baseline. Get it up to Johnson. Now to Dupre, right wing, fires a three. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound tip free, and Hutchins comes away with it for the Broncos. He'll give it off to Lockett. 3:05 left here, third quarter. Lockett across the timeline, and a great defense there. But they're going to whistle the foul by Charles Johnson. That'll be Johnson's first personal foul, first team foul on the Eagles here in the third quarter. Good pressure there applied on Thomas just inside his own half-court line. But the Broncos will inbound here on the near sideline. Lock it into the backcourt to Wells with 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. 38-16, Georgetown leads it by 22. Wells, left wing to Thomas. Thomas looks to drive, kicks it out. Lockett, left wing three. It's an air ball. And Johnson blocks out, but they're going to whistle the foul there on Johnson on the block out as Hutchins never was able to get to the ball. And they're going to say that he held him. So they're going to give it to Johnson, his second personal foul. Second team foul on the Eagles. And the Broncos will inbound. Wells in the corner. Ball slap free, still by Johnson and the Eagles. Here comes Johnson. Charles dribbles, right wing, gives it off to Brown. He'll quick fire a three. It's on the way, high arcing, and Brown knocks it down. What a shot there by the junior, Adrian Brown. His first points of the ball game, a big three-pointer. And Georgetown's lead up to 25, 41-16. A turnover in the backcourt by the Broncos, and Georgetown will get the ball back, but a timeout called here by head coach Zane Johnston of Lake Belton, and we'll take it with them. 2:28 remaining third quarter. Georgetown leads at 41-16. Eagle basketball continues in a moment. out of the timeout. This is an opportunity to give a shout out to our sponsors, Mack Hike Ford Lincoln in Georgetown and Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Proud sponsors of Georgetown Eagle basketball here on the First Responder Broadcasting Team. And we want to tell them we appreciate everything they do to bring you Georgetown Eagle basketball free of charge here on the SHN Sports Network. So we go back to action. Johnson inbounds to Mayhew. The right elbow. He'll skip pass over, but it's knocked free. Johnson will chase it down for the Eagles, but then a foul called as the ball got knocked free from Charles. The foul will be on Thomas for the Broncos. And that will be Thomas's first personal foul, third team foul on Lake Belton here in the third quarter. Inbound to Canfield, left baseline, quick fire a three. It's off the back iron, long rebound. Canfield tracks it down. Down a good effort there by Kai. He'll drive baseline, put it up contested, and the ball taken away from him. Jump ball called, so Georgetown will get it back. Good effort there by Lockett and Canfield, but a good play by Lockett to avoid the foul. Georgetown will get the ball back after the alternating possession. So Georgetown will inbound with 2:11 here in the third quarter underneath their own basket. Charles Johnson set to inbound. Throw it up high to Mayhew, the 6'9" post, and he'll kick it back to Brown. The Eagles will reset. Brown to the left wing, drives in, a little lefty floater. It's up, too strong. Canfield, the backside rebound. He'll back it out and slow things down. They leave him wide open. He'll quick set and fire the three. Good! Kai Canfield leave him open. He'll knock it down now with 14 of the ball game, and the Eagles lead it 44-16. Across the timeline, pressure applied. Thomas to the ground. They'll whistle the travel there as he fell down with it and laid down. And so a turnover on the Broncos. Great defensive pressure today from the Eagles. And another turnover created by that pressure. Canfield has it right wing. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. 44-16. Georgetown leads it over Lake Belton. Canfield off a high screen to the left wing. Pass behind him to Dupre, who's checked back in. Left elbow pop jumper. It's short off the rim. Wells gets the rebound for the Broncos. He drives up the middle of the floor. Tries to go down low to a cutting Hutchins, but Hutchins stopped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover again on the Broncos. Substitution here for Georgetown. Presley will come back in. Canfield will get a breather here with 1:21 left third quarter. And Isaiah Capers will come back in for the Eagles. And they'll take Dupre out and give him a breather here to end the third quarter with the Eagles up 44-16. Capers will inbound to Brown. And Brown will walk it up the court looking for the sign from Coach across the timeline with 1:15 remaining here at third quarter. Presley right baseline. Up top to Charles Johnson. Back to Presley. He'll look to drive baseline and does, but he'll lose the ball out of bounds. Turnover on the Eagles. And the Broncos get it back with 1:06 remaining third quarter. Lockett to inbound. He'll get it to Wells on the far sideline across the timeline, and here comes the double team by Presley and Capers. Pass up top. Mayhew reads it, steals it, kicks it off to Presley. Left side, alley-oop to Mayhew, but he was undercut. They're going to call it on Evan Mayhew, but it's kind of a weird situation because Thomas undercut him, and so Mayhew had to extend himself out and kind of protect himself. But he gets called for the foul. Lock it up the near sideline, but he'll be fouled by Brown on the blocking foul. So give the foul there to Adrian Brown, his first. And that's the fourth team foul on the Eagles here in the quarter. Mayhew, that was his first as well. 50 seconds remaining. Thomas in the backcourt, pressured by Presley, brings it across the timeline. Left wing to Hutchins. Hutchins skips it over to Loper, right wing. Loper looks to drive on Mayhew down to the right block, and it's shot blocked by Mayhew, but they're going to whistle the foul on Mayhew. That'll be his second foul, fifth team foul. So that'll send Loper to the free throw line for two shots. Three for four as a team from the free throw line today. Are the Broncos make it 3 for 5 as Loper misses his first shot. Loper readies, fires away. This one off the back iron, no good. Wells with the rebound. He kicks it across to Lockett, but stolen away by Mayhew. And another steal for the Eagle defense. 30 seconds remaining. Presley's pass ahead to Capers was knocked out of bounds. Good defense there by Hutchins. But the Eagles will reset in front of their own bench. 29.6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Capers inbounds to Presley. Gives it off to Charles Johnson, right wing to Brown. Down to Mayhew, right baseline. He'll turn to a cutting Brown. Left-handed layup, misses, short off the front iron. Rebound by Lockett for the Broncos. He'll push ahead, slow it down to Thomas on the left wing. Sets his feet, gives it to Hutchins, left baseline. Hutchins fires a three. He knocks down his second three-pointer of the ball game. He now has 6 points in the ball game, and that's the first points of the quarter for the Broncos. 44-19, turnover on the Eagles. They come back down the floor. Turn it over here on the near side by Capers. And with 4 seconds remaining, the Broncos get it back. Thomas in the backcourt. 2 seconds remaining, dribbles it out, and there's the buzzer. As Thomas not aware of the time there, and we go to the end of quarter number 3. 44-19, Georgetown leads it over Lake Belton. We'll take the quick break, come back with fourth quarter action. Georgetown basketball continues on the SHN Network in just a moment. Back to action here at quarter number 4. Georgetown leads at 44-19 over Lake Belton. As we return to action, Lake Belton inbounds to start the fourth quarter. Craddock gives it off to Phillips, left wing. Kicks it out. Hutchins left baseline. Fakes the three. Now he'll dribble out of pressure. But now pressure being applied again. A steal by the Eagles, but the ball knocked free. Phillips comes away with it. Drops it down low to Hutchins, left block. He'll go up, contested, no good. Rebound by Capers for Georgetown. Capers will give it off to Cooper Christensen. He'll bring it across the timeline. Kick it over to Canfield, right wing, down to Presley, right baseline. Tries to go low to Capers, but the ball was kicked by Craddock, so they'll reset. And the Eagles will inbound on the baseline. 7:24 remaining in the ball game. On the floor for Georgetown, Bullion, Christensen, Canfield, Capers, and Presley. Inbound to Canfield, behind a screen, fires a three. It's in, it's out, and rebound by Phillips for the Broncos. Gives it off to Craddock across the timeline, right wing. Craddock drives in, up and under, throws it up, and gets it to go. Nice take there by Craddock, now with 9 points in the ball game. 44-21, Georgetown leads it over Lake Belton. Bullion has it, left baseline, up top to Christensen. He'll dribble towards the wing, off a screen, back up top, over to Presley, right wing, fires a three. It's off the iron, no good. Long rebound, chased down by Canfield. He'll give it to Cooper Christensen out near midcourt and reset. Back to Canfield, left baseline. Looking down low, gets it to Capers. Capers to a cutting Christensen. The ball's tipped free, but a foul on the floor. Whistle there. Georgetown will get to reset after the foul. It'll be on number 2, Phillips. That will be his third personal foul. First team foul on the Broncos here in the fourth quarter. And a timeout by Coach Canfield. 6:44 remaining in the ballgame. 44-21. Georgetown leads it by 23. Timeout here on the SHN Network. We'll be right back. Back out of the quick timeout. Georgetown will inbound underneath their own bucket. With 6:44 remaining in the ball game. Canfield gets it in the corner, drops it down low to Capers. The ball tipped out. Capers will save it into Presley in front of the Georgetown bench. Good hustle there by Capers. Skip pass over to Christensen. Right baseline, fires a wide open three. No good. Rebound hits the ground, and they're going to be a whistle on the floor there as Capers went to grab it. But they'll call the foul on Landry Bullion, and that will be Bullion's second personal foul, first team foul on Georgetown here in the fourth quarter. So the Broncos will inbound with 6:25 remaining in the ball game, trailing by 23. Phillips across the timeline. And now the fouls have become very sensitive and check as much as physical placement going on between the two guards. They'll call that one on Q Presley, his third personal foul, second team foul on Georgetown. Craddock down to the baseline. He'll force a shot up. No good. Battle for the rebound. It's tipped out. Hutchinson out to Phillips. Right wing three on the way. No good. Long rebound taken down by Cooper Christensen. Christensen dribbles through traffic across the timeline. Cuts it down low to Capers from the right block. Nice take. Nice pass from Christensen to Capers. And give Capers his first points of the ball game. Kick it ahead. Hutchins has it right wing for the Broncos. Tries to drive down. 46-21. Georgetown by 25. Hutchinson down to a knee. He's double teamed there. Can't get rid of it. And now a timeout's going to be called by the Broncos with 5:46 remaining. (46-21). Georgetown leads it over Lake Belton. This is just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. An opportunity to make sure we thank our sponsors. Mack Hike, Ford, and Lincoln in Georgetown, and Mack Hike, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Your sponsors that bring you Georgetown Eagle basketball here on the SHN Sports Network, presented by First Responder Broadcasting. We appreciate Mack Hike. It's the only place I take my Jeep Wrangler to get its service there at Mack Hike Jeep in Georgetown. The Broncos will inbound out of the timeout, and it's turned over. Canfield with the steal. He'll go down right side, throw it up, and draw the foul on Phillips. That'll be his fourth personal foul. And that'll send Canfield to the free throw line for 2 shots. Second team foul on the Broncos here in the half. Canfield, first trip to the free throw line today. So far, 14 points on the day. First free throw on the way is good. Nothing but net there for Canfield. 15 now in the ballgame. Canfield 76% from the free throw line on the season. 32 out of 42 coming into the ballgame as Lockett checks in for Craddock for the Broncos. Canfield's second free throw on the way is good. And Georgetown bumps the lead up to 48-21. Broncos have it. Another steal. Christensen gets the feed from Presley, drives down, now kicks it out. Presley left wing, passes on the three-pointer. Down low to Capers, left block. He'll go up and under, put it up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Hayes for the Broncos. Phillips drives, kicks it out. Hutchins fakes a man up, fires a left wing three. It's long, no good. Rebound by Hayes, he'll put it up. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it up top to Jones, but it's stolen by Q Presley, and he'll break away and lay it up. Q Presley, good effort there, now with 5 points in the ball game. Broncos quickly back down, but the ball knocked out of bounds by Georgetown. Georgetown leads it 50-21. And now Gus Fangman will check in for Q Presley for the Eagles. Fangman, the 6'1 senior guard, wears number 10 into the ball game. Lockett will inbound deep to Jones. He'll drive into the free throw line, a floater up. It's an air ball. Hutchins gets the rebound, kicks it to Hayes. His take no good. Rebound Bullion for Georgetown. 4:45 remaining. Bullion's pass ahead to Canfield. He can't get it, but he'll save it inbounds to Capers, and the Eagles will slow it down. Coach Canfield calls and says 4 game. Let's slow this down. Christensen dribbles against Phillips, gives it off to Canfield right wing. He'll drive all the way in, dump it to Capers, but Capers couldn't handle the pass. It goes off him out of bounds. And Ryan Dupre will come in for Landry Bullion for the Eagles. 4:28 remaining in the ball game. 50-21. Georgetown leads it over the Broncos. Phillips across the timeline, right wing to Hutchins. Dribbles against Christensen. Drives down to the baseline, will force a shot up, but a foul whistled on the floor on Cooper Christensen. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul on the Eagles. And that'll be a 30-second timeout called by head coach Zane Johnston of Lake Belton. We'll take it with him. 4:17 remaining in the ballgame, 50-21. Georgetown leads it over the Broncos. SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle basketball continues in a moment. out of that timeout. The Broncos will inbound underneath their own basket. 4:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Inbound to Lockett out in front of the bench. Now gives it off to Phillips. Phillips will reset the offense for the Broncos. Gives it off to Wells. Back to Lockett, top of the key. Fangman covers Lockett. Kick it over to Wells, left wing, covered by Dupre. Dribbles up top. Looks to drive down. Now kicks it out to Lockett off a screen. He'll fire a three from the right wing. Good. Lockett, nice shot there from the right wing. Knocks down the three. He now has 16 in the ball game. 50-24. Georgetown leads it. Fangman has it left baseline for the Eagles. Up top to Christensen. Back to Fangman left baseline. And he'll take the shot. A high arcing three off the back iron. Christensen will get the rebound. Good effort there by Cooper. Gives it off. Fangman left wing. He'll take another three. It's on the way. Rattles in and out. No good. Battle for the rebound. And Phillips comes away with it for the Broncos. In the backcourt. Pressure there by Canfield. 3:20 remaining in the ballgame. Phillips drives down. Backdoor cut by Wells. He'll kick it out. Hayes from the right wing. He'll fire the three. It's good. Hayes, his first points of the ballgame. A big three there. Knocks it down to 50-27. Georgetown leads by 23. 3 minutes remaining in the ball game. Left wing, Christensen has it for Georgetown. Skip it over, Fangman right wing. He'll give it off to Canfield. He'll fake the three and hold on to it. Phillips covers him there. He'll drive in, kick it up top to Christensen. Over to Fangman left wing, left baseline, Dupre. He's going to drive in, dump it to Mayhew. Nice pass, assist to Dupre. Bucket by Mayhew. First points of the ball game for Mayhew. 52-27, Georgetown leads it. A couple of subs in here for the Eagles. Number 55, Hunter Urban, the 6'4 senior, checks in, along with number 5, the junior, Daniel Nagel, in for the first time in the ball game, along with Fangman, Mayhew, and Dupre. 52-27, Georgetown leads it. Broncos have it with 2:35 remaining in the ball game. Lockett up top to Hayes. He'll fire a quick three. It's off the back iron, and Dupre goes up and gets the rebound for the Eagles. He'll bring it up the court, across the timeline to the right wing, gives it off to Nagel left wing. Fakes and drives in the middle of the lane, gives it off to Mayhew. Mayhew kicks it up top. Fangman over to Nagel left wing, left baseline Urban. He'll pass on the shot, drive in, kick it off to Mayhew, but they'll call the travel on Urban. And the ball will be turned over to the Broncos with 2:09 remaining here in the game. Broncos bring it back down. Wells up top, covered by Fangman. Goes right wing to Phillips, right baseline to Loper. He looks to drive on Mayhew, but an offensive foul there on Loper. They're going to call the player control foul on the big fella. That'll be his second personal foul, third team foul on the Broncos. The Eagles will inbound. Nagel will bring it across the timeline. 1:50 left here in the ballgame. Right wing to Fangman. Fangman holds, looks at a cutting Dupre. Now he'll dribble towards the top, give it off to Hunter. Back to Fangman, back to Dupre, right wing. He'll drive down to the baseline. 16-footer on the way. Dupre knocks that one down. Now with 13 points in the ball game. For Dupre, 54-27. Georgetown leads it. Hayes, NBA three-pointer right wing, knocks it down. Not sure where that's been all game, but Hayes knocks down two big threes in a row. Starting to shoot it and light it up. 54-30, 24-point lead for the Eagles. Nagel to a cutting Mayhew. Nice pass there, no good. Urban gets the rebound, gives it to Mayhew under the bucket, and then Mayhew, reverse layup there, knocks down his fourth point of the ball game. And the Eagle lead back up, 56-30 now. 1 minute left in the ball game. Lockett, right baseline, fires the three. It's off the front rim. Nagel with the rebound for the Eagles. He'll slow it down here. He'll bring it across the timeline. And a whistle for the travel. He could make the decision to pull the trigger there to throw it to Fangman. And so the traveling violation is Dupre checks out. Ronald Proctor back on the floor for the Eagles. 48 seconds remaining in the ball game. 56-30. Georgetown leads it by 26. Wells has it right wing. Kicks it over left wing. Hayes, he'll take another three. It's on the way. It's good. Hayes lighting it up here in the fourth quarter. His third three of the quarter, and it's 56-33. Nagel over to Proctor left wing. Down to Urban on the baseline. Back to Proctor. Up top Fangman. Back to Proctor, back to Fangman, right wing, into the hands of Nagel. He'll fire the three. It's on the way, off the rim, no good. Rebound into the hands of Wells. Skip pass ahead to a streaking Lockett, and Lockett will lay it up. It's too strong, no good. Rebound Urban. Gives it off to Nagel, ahead to Proctor. Proctor on the near sideline. 5 seconds remaining here in the ball game. And the Eagles will dribble this one out, and they'll come away with the win, 56-33 over the Broncos of Lake Belton. Here in the pool play of the 44th annual Jack Frost Tournament. Georgetown wins it 56-33. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with some final stats. Georgetown basketball brought to you on the SHN Sports Network. We're live here at Georgetown High School. The Georgetown Eagles win it 56-33 over the Lake Belton Broncos. Move to 1-1 here in the Jack Frost Tournament. A big game here by the senior guard, Kai Canfield. 4 threes on the game. How'd it feel to get that shot working again tonight?
It felt really good because I've been kind of broke lately, so it just feels good to get my groove on again.
It looked like the effort tonight. You guys, I say tonight, a noon ball game here on Friday before tonight's big game at 6 p.m., a big effort defensively for you guys. It looked like the intensity was turned up, a lot of turnovers created for you guys. How big is that going to be for you guys moving forward in this season?
Oh, it's going to be huge. Just us knowing, like, we were hanging out with Lake Highlands the other night, like, for the first quarter, and we were feeling good about it, and we were just like, that gave us confidence for this game and for next games going on, so.
What do you guys have to do tonight? A big opponent in Leander. Hopefully they got worn out a little bit. Lake Highlands and Leander went double overtime, but a big game there. Another opportunity for this team to continue to get better. How big is that key for you guys just to continue to get better through all these opponents you're playing are tough opponents? How big is that for you guys to now move forward and continue to get better as a team?
Oh, it's huge. If we just keep moving the ball like we are right now and just keep playing as a team and with energy, effort, like, we're going to win this game tonight by a lot. So.
Shout-outs before I let you go.
Shout out Cooper Christensen. That's my boy.
All right, Kai Campfield, your senior guard. And now, speaking of him, here he is. Big Coop. I'll let Coop come here to my right side. The big senior, Coop. I tell you what, this team feeds off a lot of your energy. It seems that, we got to come this way. My bad. Sorry about that. There's Cooper. Do you see him now? Cooper Christensen joins us. Coop, it's like this team feeds off your energy. When you go, they go. And you seem to be able to just start reading a lot of passes. Yeah. How much fun today in a game like this, that energy was up for this team. How much fun are you having out there in a game like this?
I mean, it was great. I mean, last 2 games we're down at half and we have to come back. It's good to be ahead at half and have that energy going to the third and fourth quarter and just pulling out this win. It was big.
defensively, you get in the path of a lot of passes, create a lot of havoc. How much fun do you enjoy the defensive end of it? I know people like to score. Those guys like to shoot those threes. The guys like to dunk the ball. Seems like on defense, you're ahead of the game on a lot of these passes, creating havoc for the guys that are handling the ball against you. How much fun do you have on the defensive end?
I love it. I mean, not only does it create for me, it creates for my teammates, and it gets us easy buckets. I love stealing passes. It's almost too easy.
A game like this where you guys come back with a big win after a tough night like last night, how do you guys take this and carry it forward to continue to get better as you run towards the district?
I mean, it was big. We're still trying to find our identity, and last night, big loss. Coming here, finding ourselves a little bit more. I mean, we're just getting better and better every game, and by district, I think we're going to be ready.
Shout-outs before I let Coop go.
Shout out Kai. Hit a bunch of threes tonight. It was big.
Cooper Christensen, one of your senior players here for the Georgetown Eagles. We'll let you go, and here he comes. It's the man of the hour, Coach Canfield. I tell you what, you talk about a game like last night. You played the defending 6A champions, super athletic team. This team didn't get down on themselves. They came back today. The effort was unbelievable. The defensive pressure applied, the turnovers limited, but creating a lot of turnovers defensively. How do you keep this team that focused and get them so much ready to go this morning?
I give a ton of credit to our players. We sat down, had a meeting after our Cedar Park game, and, you know, the season's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We understand that. We know that. And we attacked some of our deficiencies that we've had, our effort and just our team chemistry. Dude, I could give every single one of those guys a hug because that ball was moving like crazy. I'm sure you're getting tired of calling names quickly because that ball was moving back and forth, side to side, and we got open shots. And, you know, I talked to our guys and say, if you have to force and create your own shots, our percentages drop. If you create for others, percentages go up, and that's exactly what happened.
And they were able today, even a lot of times, to pass on an open shot because someone was even more open by the way they were moving that ball. It was awesome to see that flow of that go. And then Kai gets warmed up outside the arc, which then continues to open up this offense again. Defensively, though, the pressure and the intensity that they put on Lake Belton today, how do you keep that going now? You got a tough Leander game tonight. How do you keep that defensive pressure and convince these kids that that's it right there? Let's continue to build on that performance.
They understand. They know that's our identity. And we talked about who are we in our meeting because I don't know who we are right now. That's who we are. They understand it. They know that. And we're bringing that every game from here on out.
How do you get them ready for a Leander game at 6 p.m. against a tough team tonight and get them some rest before that quick turnaround?
Well, we're going to the recovery room here in a second. And then we're talking it's a one-game playoff right now. Right now, if we win, we go to the silver bracket. If we lose, we go to the bronze. It's as simple as that. So bring it.
A big tournament like this, Jack Frost, as a coach that hosts a tournament like this, how much fun is this? You see some of the top talent, boys and girls across the state come into this tournament. How do you guys do this year after year? Is it just that good and people want to play here? And how much fun is it knowing that you're going to have to answer a lot of questions to all these coaches coming into your school?
Yeah. Well, I give our Jack Frost committee a huge shout-out. They do such a great job, and I hear every year we're coming back because it is a first rate. It is done the right way. So kudos to all of our Sun City volunteers, all of our parents who volunteer, who help, the girls program who volunteers and help. It's not just, hey, good job, you did it. It's all across the board. And that being said, we've got 2 top 10 teams in the state from 6A, the defending 6A state champion, top 10 5A team, a top team in private school. I mean, this is a tournament that it's a juggernaut, and so I love it because our guys see where we need to be and what it takes to be there. So, Jack Frost tournament is a great tournament to get us ready for where we need to go.
Any shout-outs before I let you go today?
My beautiful wife, my son down on the border.
I hope he stays safe. Serving our country in the National Guard, and we love it. The Campfield family, super involved here at Georgetown. And I asked your wife, I said, are you here all weekend? She's like, all day yesterday, all day today, all day tomorrow. So the Campfields don't give up. Coach, see you tonight, 6 p.m. Eagles will take on the Leander Lions. We'll take a quick timeout. We come back, a couple of final numbers, and we'll sign off for the day. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Basketball on the SHN Sports Network. And we're going to leave. Back here at the Eagles Gymnasium at Georgetown High School. Georgetown victorious 56-33 over Lake Belton. Lake Belton falls to 2-4 in the year. Georgetown improves to 3-4. Georgetown will play again at 6 p.m. against the Leander Lions here at Georgetown High School. Come join us here at Georgetown High School for that ball game. It should be a good one. And then Lake Highlands and Lake Belton will play in the high school auxiliary gym here on the campus at 6 p.m. as well to finish out Pool A in this Jack Frost tournament. For the Lake Belton Broncos, 9 points apiece by Hayes and Craddock to lead the team. 6 points apiece for Lockett and Hutchins. 3 points for Phillips for their account for their scoring. For the Georgetown Eagles, Q Presley had 5. Bullion had 2. 9 points for Cooper Christensen. 3 points for Brown. 2 for Proctor. 4 for Mayhew. 2 for Capers. 13 for Ryan Dupre. And 16 for your leading scorer, Kai Canfield. So Georgetown victorious in game number 2 of this Jack Frost tournament, 56-33 over Lake Belton. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be 6 p.m. It'll be time for Georgetown against the Leander Lions. Join us for that ball game here tonight on the SHN Sports Network. If you can't be in the gymnasium, we'll bring it to you live thanks to Mack Hike Ford Lincoln in Georgetown and Mack Hike Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, your proud sponsors of First Responder Broadcasting here on the SHN Sports Network, bringing you Georgetown boys basketball. Have a good day. We'll see you this evening. And remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good evening.